Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, throw open your windows and call out to your neighbors. It's time for John Perrotta's Comedy Factory Zoom-A-Loozah, sponsored in part by Bratwurst. Why? Because every now and then you just want to tell your doctor, leave me alone. And now, your host, a guy who enjoys a couple of well-cooked brats with his scrambled eggs, John Perrotta.
I never ate that, Mike. What are you talking about?
You're missing out. You're missing out.
I don't eat eggs. What is it called?
Bratwurst. You've never had a brat?
I've never had a brat.
You gotta
I've
be
had a
kidding
couple
me.
of ex-girlfriends that were brats, but I never had a brat.
A bratwurst was brought to us by Germany. It is an
I know it's from Germany, yeah.
delicious sausage.
I like Italian sausage, mild or hot. I don't like the brat.
I had a couple of those today down at Twins. Sweet Italian, cooked, well done, loaded up with the cheese and the sauce. I hope my doctor and nutritionist are not listening, but that's what I did.
Mike, we're doing something different tonight.
What are we doing?
We're doing Zoom. It's not stand-up comedy. It's sit-down comedy. We've got five comics. Are going to do about 5-6 minutes each, and then we'll talk a little bit, and we'll have some fun. We'll have some laughs. I'm looking forward to this. It goes good. We could do 1 or 2 a month of these and mix up the comics, get you guys back on. Let me just introduce everybody that's here tonight. The very funny LeBoeuf Applegate took our comedy class. He's been very active, even though it's a pandemic. He's got a lot of shows online. He's doing a great job. We got Larisa Entin, very funny comic, starting out when the pandemic hit. She's a first responder. She's a nurse in the front lines. We got a very funny Holly Johnston, who I met in New Hampshire at Fody's Tavern. Very funny. Nick LeBoeuf, my partner in crime, very funny guy. I also met at Fody's Tavern. And we have the one and only from the South Side, Dutchess SS. How you doing, Dutchess? You guys ready to roll tonight? Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yes, let's go, guys.
We're gonna give this all we got. I'm hosting this show. I've never hosted a Zoom show and introduced comics that doing stand-up. I'm doing this for 29 years. I have never introduced a comic online. So this is a different thing for me. This is where the pandemic has taken us. Our first comic, he took our comedy class. He's done unbelievable. He's very, very into the scene, and I really, really like that. Give him a round of applause. LeBoeuf Applegate. Give him a big hand.
Oh, yes, this is sit-down comedy. I'm glad my bathroom is already painted green. So I got this lovely green screen in there. I got my porcelain throne. I am good to go for a comedy. So, recently my friend asked me if she could borrow my body armor. And my original response wasn't, why do you need body armor? Are you going to go rob a bank? Maybe invade a home? Maybe protest peacefully in Providence? Like, what do you need body armor for? And, no, my initial response was, why do you think I have body armor? Do I give off this militia vibe? Like, do I look like I should be, on the Mexican border trying to secure it? Like, and my last thought was just like, is it even legal to own body armor? Yes, Amazon delivered it on Monday. My friends always tell me, like, you need to be more relatable. I do a lot of dirty jokes. I understand. But they're like, be more relatable. How about you talk about your family? And I'm always confused because I'm thinking, well, what family do you mean? Do you mean the family that raised me or that family I keep locked in the basement? No, they're not locked in the basement. I'm actually in the basement right now. I do have a wonderful wife and 2 great kids. My eldest, super smart, very intelligent, very observant. She's also very methodical. And I'm just thinking when she grows up, she's going to be like a surgeon or something like that, or possibly the world's greatest serial killer. Either way, I will be a proud father. I'll get a bumper sticker, put it on the back of my car. They'll read, "My child murdered, dismembered, and consumed Your honor student. My youngest, totally different. She's very outgoing, very friendly, loves to dance, and a bit manipulative. So I'm pretty sure stripper is now a valid career goal. And she loves to twerk. I don't know where she learned to twerk, but the other day I walked by Gymboree and I noticed they installed brass poles. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe enough people go to strip clubs. It's brass poles, people. Like, and they don't have a bumper sticker to show how proud you are of your stripper daughter. All they have is mud flaps. My wife and I have a very traditional marriage, but it's in reverse. I'm the homemaker. She's breadwinner. She goes to the office. She's having power lunches, business meetings, conference calls, all that. And when she comes home, she wants two things. She wants a hot meal and a stiff drink. And like the dutiful 50s housewife, when she comes home after work, all I want is a damn divorce. My kids also love this show. They love these animal shows. They love this one. It's about this vet who lives in the Yukon. And in every episode, she has to take her hand and insert it all the way up to the elbow into a moose's rectum. Now, I'm not an animal lover, but I recently went to the doctor for my physical, and I can now identify with that moose. You know you had a good doctor's visit when the next day you cough up somebody's wedding ring.
Oh, man.
But my kids love this show, so they're always copying her. And they set out all their stuffed animals, and they're sitting there examining them, trying to treat their wounds. But it's got a little too far. Like the other day, I walked into my daughter's room, and I caught her elbow deep in Pikachu.
Oh, man.
Yeah, apparently it's now gotta fist them all. That might be hashtag music. Okay, I'll do it. No, I won't do that one. I was reading, there's a new study that suggests all these mental and emotional aberrations that humans have like depression and hyperactivity and attention deficit disorder, that they're not disabilities, that they're actual adaptations that humans have come up with over the generations, over hundreds of years. So if you actually think that you're manic depressive, no. You're actually the newest member of the X-Men. I'm working on that one still. We'll get far better. I'll do this one anyway. Dutchess will like this one. Like, I want to be black. Not white now. There's way too many white people in this room. But I want to be black simply because the hat options for white people are entirely too limited. We have trucker cap, cowboy hat, white hood, and it's all the same demographic. And my friend Frederick Hunter, he wears this really cool bowler, has a little feather on it, and he looks sophisticated and suave. He can pull that off. And I wear the same hat, and I just look like I should be dealing cards in a saloon somewhere in Tombstone. Like, I just look like I should be, looking for card sharks, trying to break up gunfights, and keeping people like Frederick Hunter out of the saloon. All right, that's my time. Thank you very much, John. It's always great coming on here.
Sit down comedy on the Comedy Factory Comedy Chat a loser. Is that what you call it, Mike?
Yes, exactly. You've got that correct, John. The Zoom-a-Loser, sponsored in part by Bratwurst.
You're nuts. We're gonna bring up our next comedian. I met her in New Hampshire at 40 Tavern. She was very funny. Had her at the Comedy Connection, Pub on Park. Give her a round of applause. Holly Johnston. Give her a big hand.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody, for coming. To answer your question, yes, that was me selling you Thin Mints today in the Shaw's parking lot in the vest. I took a celebrity look-alike quiz recently. came back as the son from Teletubbies. A little about me. I'm 23 and I still live at home. And it's hard having a relationship when you live at home with your parents. My mom's always like, he has to sleep on the couch. And I'm like, where's Dad gonna sleep?
I love it.
Yeah, you know it's time to move out of your house when all you're doing is watching your childhood dog grow old. That was a good time. Yeah, it's hard living with my parents, but I don't miss having roommates. Because having roommates is a lot like living with seagulls. They steal your food, and the second you turn your back, they gang up and crap on you. I had this one roommate. Let's just call her Tarjay. She didn't really have a lot of personality. You know those girls with a laugh that sounds like someone stepping on an old floorboard? She would say things like, I just have this way of repelling negative vibes and toxic energy. But I didn't realize she was referring to my Venmo requests for gas and electric.
Oh.
College is, they set your expectations really high, especially after graduation. I just want to see one realistic college commercial. Just a girl in an NYU shirt covered by a Chili's apron. And she's just rolling silverware, talking about her screenplay. People say college is a waste of money, but I don't know. Because before college, you were a Dunkin' employee. But after college, you're a Dunkin' employee with much better grammar. Oh, I don't know. Can you have a bagel with cream cheese, ma'am? It's may I have a bagel with cream cheese? Yeah, college is overrated, and so isn't skydiving. Going skydiving now is a lot like getting a tattoo. Like, it used to be badass, and then moms on vacation started doing it. People want to see your skydiving video about as much as they want to watch your wedding proposal video. And they both end exactly the same way. You're now tied to a man and crying.
I love it.
The guy that makes you watch his skydiving video is the same guy that complains at the restaurant that his meal is too spicy. Not very tough. Yeah, speaking of touristy things, I studied abroad in Australia, and the program warned you about which animals to avoid. Most importantly, the other American tourists. I spent most of my time trying to understand why white girls in foreign countries think they're blessing the ground they walk on. This girl posted a picture with these village children, and the caption was, "So great to meet these guys. They had never seen a white girl with blonde hair before." And I'm starting to think to myself, you know what? Maybe they don't have it so bad after all. Great to meet these guys. Yeah, really, Courtney? What exactly did you guys talk about? The angle you wanted the photo to be taken? Did they even get to keep the photo? Of course not. It's on your phone. All right. That's all I'm going to do tonight. Thank you so much, John. And
Holly
thank
Johnston.
you.
Round of applause, Holly
Great
Johnston.
job, Polly. Great job. Great
Nice
job.
What do you think of sit down comedy so far, Mike? What do you make of this?
You know, I got to tell you, my interest is peaked. I enjoyed Bo's set. I enjoyed Holly's very much. We're onto some good stuff here. We're onto some good stuff. I realize it's challenging without having that audience feedback. Good stuff, people. Good stuff.
We're gonna bring up our next comic now.
Hey, John.
I met her.
I'm sorry. Real quick. Could we push me up after the next act? Because I have to make ice. I hate to do this.
You want to go now instead? Do you want to go now?
Sure, yeah. I'll go now. Thank you.
We got a
hate to do-
shift in the schedule. We can do this on Zoom. We're going to bring up a very funny guy. Nick LeBoeuf. Give him a round of applause. Nick LeBoeuf.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, man. My name is Nick LeBoeuf. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm a YouTuber and the oldest-looking 23-year-old you'll ever meet. I'm aware I look like the love child of Ben Affleck and Quentin Tarantino's hairline. My friends are the type of people that go into Brookstone stoned for a free massage, just to give the salesman blue balls, and we were bored, we were stoned, and we couldn't afford a massage chair. I sat in the most expensive one, and the salesman just started foaming at the mouth instantly, right? He had that salesman shit-eating grin, you know, he had a semi-chub going on, and, you know, so he starts going berserk with the settings, he starts rubbing my back, my shoulders. Eventually it got to my ass. I didn't like that, not gonna lie. So I start talking price, and the salesman goes, okay, so the whole chair is $6,000. I'm glad he said the whole chair, by the way. Can I just pay for one arm? Or how about just the remote? Fuck it, take it out of someone else's box. Fuck them, my remote. I'll turn on the ass rubbing setting while I'm looking at them through their window. The whole chair is $6,000, but don't worry, if that number scares you, we offer financing. Great, just what I wanted to do today. Take out a loan and make monthly payments on a chair that rubs my ass. Having debt on a massage chair must be relaxing and stressful at the same time. Oh man, I still owe $3,000 on this thing. Maybe I should get another chair at the mall. Can you imagine telling your girlfriend you can't go out to eat because your massage chair payment is due? If you have said that recently, I don't think you're ready for a girlfriend. How are you going to get through a relationship like that? Taking out loans for everything, you buy her a necklace on credit. Next thing you know, some banker thugs show up while you're out to dinner. Just give him the necklace, sweetie. Just give him the necklace. I'll buy you a new one. If you lose your job, how are you going to pay for your massage chair? You'd have to rent it out. What's your girlfriend going to think when she see her massage chair tenants in the living room? Who's that, Lenny? Oh, that's just my massage chair tenant. Got to pay the bills. Now, I tend to stay away from political stuff in my stand-up, but I do have one observation on the behavior of both sides on one insignificant topic that has nothing to do with politics. Liberals like fancy, overpriced coffee. Conservatives like cheap, shitty coffee. And the cheaper and shittier the coffee is, the prouder they are about it. Here's some evidence to back of my claim. Liberals like fancy coffee. We know this because we see them having meetings at Starbucks all the time. The Green New Deal was probably conceptualized at a Starbucks somewhere in the world. That's how they came up with the name. They were just looking at green shit all the time. Conservatives like shitty coffee, and the shittier the coffee is, the prouder they are about it. The kind of coffee you get with a stale can of pre-ground Maxwell House beans and a broken Mr. Coffee. You know those old machines that sound like a suffocating man when they're making coffee? They actually sound like the people that are drinking the coffee when they go to sleep at night. I don't need that cafe latte shit. I'll just stick to my mud water. You could be the straightest, whitest male in existence, bring home a cup of Starbucks to the wrong family, and those parents might think you're gay. Yeah, I just wanted to try a cup of nitro cold brew, Dad. That doesn't mean I necessarily want to also try a cock in my mouth too, okay?
Ooh.
If you hang out with a conservative long enough, there's a good chance you'll hear them make fun of someone else's fancy coffee at some point. Look at that Nancy boy with his pink unicorn milkshake. This is why the country's going to shit. Look at that thing. Such a waste, all that slow roasting, whipped cream and sugar. You know how much I paid for this coffee? -$16. Someone paid me to take their coffee beans and leftover machine off their hands. You are not a man if your coffee doesn't have chunks of mold and dead spiders floating around in it. All right, that's all I got, folks. Thank you for listening.
Nick, that noise you made there with the coffee sounded like my ex-wife when we were having sex. Sounded just like her. Do that again so I can get excited. What's that noise in the coffee?
Hang on.
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
The first
That's
one was
well done.
Well, we're going right along here. Mike,
Hey,
sit
hold
down
on.
comedy a loser. You like this thing or what?
Well, you know, Nick brought some interesting points to the table about coffee. That's a certain.
Thank you, Mike.
Good job. Good. Nick is at the rink, right? You're at the rink, Nick? And he's
Yeah, I'm
eating
eating-
pizza.
I'm triple dipping right now. I'm working a shift, I'm doing a podcast, and I'm eating dinner.
Holy shit. Talk about multitasking, man. If you got to run, we understand. We got to bring up our next act. I met her at the pub on Park. I met her at, she came to Copperfields and had her at the Comedy Connection, starting out. And the pandemic hit. She's very funny. She did a great set at the Wage House. Give it up for Larisa Entin. Give it up for Larisa.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I don't need your clock. Boy, I want to see your face. I want to see your reaction. I have my own clock here. Is he gone?
Yep.
Thank
I
you,
can do better
boy.
than that. Watch this. Ah.
Oh, gosh. I have my own time here. I promise you. I don't need it. So anyhow, no, honestly, thank you. That's perfect. So thank you so much, John, and thank you, everybody, and thank you, Comedy Factor, for every opportunity you guys have been giving me. You have been so, so wonderful to me. So here I am, sitting down, first time for everything, I guess. So when you are single, everybody asking me if I'm seeing anybody special. Yes, I am seeing them with somebody else. The question should be asked if I'm dating somebody that is not so special. If I was, I would be sending out wedding invitations. Pandemic had alleviated that burden. Stay-home orders. Actually, my dating life is so much better now. So you go online, you talk to somebody. By the time you're brave enough to say, hey, let's meet up, he disappears. Ghosts you out. Now I believe in ghosts. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! I remember the first time I decided to join the dating website. I was looking at my photo album. I wish I could just take those pictures and download them in my computer. So finally, after many, many hours, I downloaded a picture of myself in a cocktail dress, upside down. So it's like a big letter Y. Now, lucky man, 25 miles from my zip code, had a full YMCA. It's fun to be at YMCA. Oh my God, it is. I will never forget the first email I received. The man was significantly younger. And I thought, wow, it will be a life-changing experience. Life-changing for him, experience for me. So that particular younger man suggested for us to get together. I'm like, yeah, great idea. Let's do it. Let's meet up for coffee. Oh, no. Getting together turns out not getting together. Getting together is more like getting together. Your house or mine. Oh, times have certainly changed. And we haven't even had dinner yet. I mean, I understand. We are both hungry, but in different ways. Some men have written to me the most sincere emails. Some have asked me to send them money so they could buy a ticket to fly to see me. Hey, why not, right? He has no job, no money, and no ticket. So he will be home. And if he runs away, so what? He has no job, no money, and no ticket. So men write to me, I write back, except they won't respond back. Bastards. Well, it turns out I forgot to press send. But still, guys, they should have kept trying. Every conversation is about Russia and Russian history. What do I know about Russian history? Ask me about cooking the chicken, dropping a 10-pound baby, or measuring how a 5-ounce sparrow can carry a 1-pound coconut. That I can do. So I go on a date. And what does they ask me? About Russia and Russian history. Why? When half of America doesn't even know the name of their president, and the other half wishes they did not know the name of their president. So I picked a book about Russian history. Now I go on a date and I know my answers. Russian Revolution, 1917. World War II ended May 9th, 1945. So now they think I'm so smart that they don't date me because I'm out of their league. Well, I am out of their league, but they should not know about it. No, I'm not that smart. I just have a book of history on my nightstand. Can you imagine? If I had the entire bookshelf, I would never get laid. Or if I was a librarian, I would still be a virgin. Oh, now you are interested. Thank you. Here's my 5 minutes.
Give it up for Larisa. Good job, everybody's doing a good job. Cronin, what do you think, Mike? We're the play-by-play. Here we are. We got one more act to go, then we'll have some discussion.
I'm telling you, I am enjoying this. I liked Larissa's delivery. The accent holds you. You're intrigued. Very good stuff.
Thank you, Mike.
Good job, everybody. You ready for the last act? She's the one and only. Took our comedy class twice from the South Side. Dutchess SS. Come on, Dutchess, give her a hand.
Hello, everyone. Yay, we are here. And there's no kids allowed. Bo, put your face back and put it in the background. Okay. I need to see some laughter. I need to see all the grown-ups I can. You don't understand. My kids just came from my neck, guys. You see this neck? They just came for it. I'm sitting here getting ready like.
Dutchess, you froze.
They came for her Wi-Fi connection.
I think her kids got
Dutchess, you back? Yeah, now we got you. Go ahead, Dutchess, hit it.
All right, so yes, they came for my neck. Yeah, I'm still gonna let y'all remember that. They came for my neck. I'm getting ready to make sure I can be presentable to y'all. You know, I don't want to come out looking ratchet, even though I am a little bit ratchet. And all of a sudden, my oldest son says, "Oh, so you just gonna put some hair on right now, and like you ain't gonna put hair on all day? You just gonna slap a wig on right now? Like, oh, you gonna get dressed right now? But you didn't get dressed to take us to the store. So how come we don't get that nice look when you take us to the store? Like, why we gotta have the ratchet looking mommy?" And I'm like, hey, that hurts my feelings. You don't like the way mommy looks when I'm in the house? They're like, no, we want you to dress up. Right. Mind you, these kids are 8 and 5 years old. What they know about me getting dressed up? Would they even care about it? I'm trying to tell you, these 2020 kids, it's just, I don't know, it's just different. It's real different. I'm preparing to be a school mom again, a school teacher. I'm in my zen. Give me my crystals. Lord, help. They don't know that they're adding on to my issues. And another issue I like to talk about is my sex habit. I'm a sex addict. And I like to come, well, I have to come at least 6 times a day. And I've been doing good, guys. I've been only coming 3, and I'm still being kind of nice to the kids. The pressure in my house, the water pressure's off. So I'm still in the shower as long as I would have to be to get my regular 6, but no, my pressure's not getting there. So I kind of called my landlord and was like, hey, thank you for helping with me at my addiction. I don't even like it like that. You're really helping me. Don't come fix it. Give me about 30 days in rehab about this, okay? I need 30 days in rehab in my own house, secluded with these bad kids. And I swear to God, give me 30 days, guys. By the time of my birthday, I'm going to be recuperated. I'm only going to be coming 2 times a day, maybe once. Have you ever been around somebody that's actually proud to come once or twice? I call my grandma up and I tell her, I'm like, Grandma, guess how many times I come today? I only came 3 times, Grandma. She's like, Grandpa, how proud of you, girl? I'm like, yeah, you understand. You was out there. You got that itch too, don't you? I get it from you, huh? It's hereditary. It just runs in the family, huh? So I should be worried about my daughter. So yeah, now I'm worried about my daughter. I detach my detachable shower head after I get out every time, so she does not have to experience none of it. Think I'm lying. Call me Mrs. Plumber. I ain't playing. But guess who I did turn on? My stepmother. All of a sudden, I was at her house, and I seen that her settings on her shower was on the pole. Now, only a woman would know the pulse is where it's at. So she's like, I got to tell you something in secret. I'm like, girl, you don't even got to tell me. Your secret's told. I already know. And she says that's the best thing your daughter could have ever done for her. I love the fact that I can share my sexual habits with my grandmother and my stepmother. Like, who's better than me? You get a nut. You get a nut. You get a nut. And you don't have to hear none of our mouths. Because trust and believe, we're tired as hell right after. So, if you don't want to hear your woman's mouth, I advise you to get her a detachable shower head with the good pulse, the good pressure, and just leave her in there. Well, that's my time, folks.
Dutchess
I just want to thank
SS.
everybody. There was a
Give it up
wonderful
for
show.
Dutchess and her shower head. Maybe we should talk about, Mike, do you think we should talk about who's got what kind of shower head for the rest of the show?
Well, you know,
Or should we talk about the sausage you were talking about?
This guy.
Or should we talk about the sausage and the shower head?
Both. How about sausage in the shower?
Mike, you're speechless. I never see you speechless.
I am speechless. I am speechless. You know, I have to say, if this were, say, like a show, and we had Simon Cowell on it, and we were doing, if we were putting someone through, I've done shows with Janaya, Holly, Larisa, Nick, Bo. I haven't. If I had to put someone through to the next round, it would be Holly.
It would be Holly.
It would be Holly. My favorite.
Everybody did a great job. Everybody did a great job.
My favorite joke tonight was, but where's Dad's gonna sleep? Loved it. Loved it. That's not to say I appreciate all that you all did tonight. It's got to be hard, man, doing a bit and doing 5 minutes without an audience to feel, am I going left? Am I going right? Do I got my right down the center? That's got to be hard. That's got to be really, really, really hard. So I give you all a big tip of the cap for doing it.
Thank
Right.
you, Mike.
Nick,
Gotta be hard.
Nick is still in with us. You're doing the podcast. You're doing the ice at the rink. You're doing this show. You're gonna like, what are you doing, Nick? You're crazy.
You know, this job is great because I have time to do a podcast in between. You know, I'm on the clock right now, and if I'm not doing a podcast, you know, I'm writing and I'm filming at the end of the night, and I'm just efficient, John. I'm not crazy. I'm efficient.
You're very efficient, Nick. And
Thank
Nick
you.
dates Holly. They met. Where did you guys meet?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yep.
Wow. So you met on
Okay, so-
Instagram, and you've been going on, it's about a year pretty soon? About a year?
Yeah.
Well, exactly a year now.
A year, exactly?
Well,
You guys are
last
the dynamic comedy couple. You're young. You got me and Mike are in the twilight of our career. You guys are young. You're in comedy, both of you. I wish you the best. You guys have got many, many great years ahead of you. Me and Mike,
Thank you, John.
I don't know.
They, John, are on the front nine of their career, and you and I are on the back nine of ours.
That's right.
My wife said yesterday, she found this funny. She wants to condense the house. Condense. She wants to get rid of it. I said, we're going to be condensed when we're in the coffins. That's when we'll be condensed. So don't worry about taking everything out of the house and throwing this out, throwing that out. You'll be condensed when we're in the ground. What do you think, Mike?
Wow. There you go.
That's the way that she wants to downsize. We're at St. Anne Cemetery. We'll be downsized. That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What do
Time
you
will
think,
tell.
Mike?
So
Again,
we've
he's speechless.
I'm telling you, the wide range of topics is just, it's kind of hard to get my head around here.
Mike, I told my wife this too. She found it funny. I'm laying down the other night. I'm almost asleep. I'm like in that trance where you're just about asleep, but you're still awake. And I'm laying there thinking, I get chicken salad from Dave's Market in the refrigerator. I can make a hamburger. I got 2 pieces of pizza, cold pizza in the refrigerator. And I'm laying there. I'm almost asleep. My body wants to go and eat that stuff. I'm trying to get to sleep. That's what I do every night. And finally I get to sleep. I didn't have anything. And tomorrow I go back on my diet. We'll see what happens. I hope I don't keep having these trances when I'm trying to get to sleep, Mike. You have them?
I do the exact same thing. I'm lying in bed. I'm binge watching right now, Modern Family. I'm in season 8, and I get hungry about like 2:30, and I'm 62, so Grampy Mike is lazy now. So I'm laying there, and then I'll start to nod off. But when I start to nod off and fall asleep, that doesn't mean that my brain is not saying to me, dude, get up. We've got some pizza. You've got some hot dogs. Make some bacon. Do something. So
It's
eventually what
crazy.
happens is my brain says, dude, it's not going to make itself. Get up and get something. So every night, very early in the morning, so it's not night, I get up and I make something to eat. So I know what you're talking about, John. It happens to me all
And what do you eat? What do
the
you eat in
time.
the morning? Do you make breakfast or do you have? I know a guy at work used to have leftovers in the refrigerator in the morning. He'd be
I
eating
eat
meatloaf at
breakfast.
7 in the morning.
This morning I fired up some delicious Oscar Mayer honey maple bacon with some eggs, 4 eggs, over easy.
You're getting me hungry.
Oh yeah, man. Grampy Mike brings it. I bring it hard.
Mikey,
No.
let's go over to Dutchess SS. What'd you make for breakfast today, Dutchess? For the kids. Did you make anything? Or were you with the
I
shop?
made oatmeal for the kids, and I had scallops.
Oh,
Scallops for breakfast. For breakfast, you had scallops.
Yep. I wasn't gonna let them go bad.
Dutchess is crazy. Dutchess. You're in the car. What kind of car are you in?
I'm in a Chrysler.
Anybody in that car with you?
No, thank God.
Or that last time you had somebody was in that car, remember?
Yeah, no, he left me.
He left
You know,
you.
too ratchet. Yeah, a little too ratchet.
Dutchess, who would leave you in their right mind? They're gonna be crazy.
Why you think I got 3 baby daddies?
Be crazy. Larisa, our
Yeah.
Russian comic,
I'm not in the car.
you did a great job too. Like your dating stuff, and you had some funny stuff.
Yes.
What's going on in your world? I know you're a nurse. You're keeping busy. What's going on?
Oh my gosh, I'm good. So boss, those clock you have, it reminds me so much of my job. Every time we have an emergency, we have to time in how long it's gonna last, and it's exactly how the clock look in my room.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, honest to God. So, every second counts.
I gotta give you credit. I couldn't be a nurse. I couldn't be a nurse. That's a tough job. I gotta give you a lot of credit. I couldn't.
Yes, it is.
I see blood, I get dizzy. I wouldn't be able. I would draw blood from somebody and pass out on the floor. I couldn't do it. How long have you been a nurse?
20 years.
20. How many more to go? How many more?
Who's counting?
Not counting.
Who's counting? I'm 48, so.
You're a kid. You're a kid. Bo Applegate. He's the man. I had no clue about Zoom. I had no clue about computers, nothing. And Bo took the time, like about 3 weeks. I drove him. I thought I drove him nuts. He says no. But Bo is the reason why these Zoom shows started. We've done about 40 of them now, and I really appreciate it, Bo, and you did a great job tonight. What's going on in your world, Bo?
I just did knocked my camera over. I broke my laptop, broke all my lights. So I was out of mission for a while.
How did you do that, Bo?
I was setting up to do a show, and it all fell backwards. So new laptop,
don't worry.
new lights.
That's a tough loss.
Yeah, but we had the showcase. We had the second. I did another showcase on Friday. I had Holly on my first one. She did great. Holly's always great. I had Dutchess as well. We had a whole female lineup. It was great. I'll probably do another one in September. And then Hack Seat should hopefully be back next week. Trying to get that back to work.
Yeah, how long were you out of commission? How long were you out of commission when the laptop broke?
I missed 2 shows. Well, I got the laptop back. I got another laptop in a week, but then I lost all my data, so I had to recreate everything.
Wow.
Oh.
Jeez,
So yeah, I would have Hack Seat would have been Friday, but Sam Buck canceled on me, so I just said, I'll wait till next week.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you guys. I kind of I thought it was interesting having a sit down comedy, whatever you want to call it. But I kind of enjoyed everybody. I thought it was pretty cool. I would do it again. I would do it again. I think it's something different. And people are tuning in. We're getting a lot of views. I'm interviewing this Friday Rick Jenkins from the Comedy Studio. He's the owner of the Comedy Studio, and I've never met him. We became Facebook friends somewhere along the way, and I sent him a message today, and we went back and forth. And he wants to, talk about Rhode Island comedy. I want to talk about the Comedy Studio, some of the comics that have gone on and went on Letterman and all kind of stuff. So I've had Tammy Pescatelli here, who's a great national comic. I've had Christine Hurley, who's a fantastic comic. I've had Bobby Bajol, the Italian rapper from Rhode Island. He was awesome. I've had I mix in newer comics, veteran comics, and we're having a lot of fun, and we're getting views. So it's been successful. Mike and Bo helped me tremendous amount. Mike helps me a lot. After the show, he puts all of these chats on YouTube channel, which we're trying to build up. And Nick helps me. He puts videos on my Comedy Factory page, and he's helped Mike with the YouTube. So we got a whole team that's working. It's a pandemic, so we're trying to make the best of it. Like I said, the first couple of months was really hard for me. I knew I had to figure out a way to do something to keep me sane. And I got to thank all the comics that come on, because this is giving me something to look forward to. And it's helped keeping me sane. I really enjoy this. I really look forward to it, And, it's been a lot of fun. Mike, what do you make of all this?
It's a lot of fun. I'm honored to be on each and every one of them. I enjoy them. Getting to meet new people, Larisa, Holly, Janaya, Nick, both for the first time. I enjoy myself. I'm the one at the end. I'm saying, come on, man, we can't stop it now. We're just getting into some good stuff. I'm telling you, like the other night, Janaya, we got into some good stuff. John and I were talking about, and it came up as a booker, protecting your female acts in the lineup, not only from other comics hitting on them, but also keeping yourself aware of what's happening with audience members trying to hit on them. We always dig into these good, great topics. We're starting to make some headway, and John goes, all right, well, that's a wrap. We got to wrap it up. I'm like, dude, no, man, we just got into some good stuff here. We usually
try to do about an hour, but one night, Tommy Moran, who was a part of a good friend of Mike, and he was a part of Cato and Moran, this comedy team. It was an amazing show. It went an hour and a half, folks, everybody. It went an hour and a half. Tommy Moran was part of Cato and Moran. You got to see this episode. They were
Tommy Moran, John, let me just step in for 1 second.
You say the story, what happened, how he shot the Fame. It was unbelievable.
Tommy Moran is my dear friend, and he's my partner in Laughter and Hope Ministries. And what I wanted to say, John, is this. Coming out of the gate, we just did that show just a couple of nights ago. We did it Monday. That show on YouTube already has 104 views. That's the most out of the gate out of any of them. His testimony is absolutely riveting in terms of what God can do when you trust God. I would encourage everyone on the panel, everybody that's listening, to watch it. It's a phenomenal testimony. He and Steve Cato, like John said, out of the chute, as John says it, just skyrocketed. They were headlining Boston, New York. Tommy was taking meetings out in LA. He accepted Jesus as his savior and walked away from it all, making $3,000 a week. Just said, I'm done. It's a great testimony.
He got into clubs that I've never been able to get into. He went into Boston. They shot up so fast. The comedy team, Cato and Moran, they went to Boston. They did Giggles. They did Catch a Rising Star, Stitch. They headlined. They did all these clubs in Boston, Comedy Connect. They headlined. They were in demand. They went to New York. They headlined everywhere out there. They were amazing. What they did in three and a half years was really something. That was a great episode. But, anything else? Anybody else got a topic we can talk about, Bo, before we wrap this up?
I'm all good. The open mics are coming back. That's all good.
What open mics you doing? You got the Pub on Park Tuesday night, Monday night
with the Nuccio.
Tuesday.
Windsong has Tuesdays and Thursdays at Askew.
Yeah.
Nick Anthony has every other Tuesday at Moldoni's. Corey has every Wednesday at Rick's in Woonsocket. There you go.
Oh, Woonsocket.
Place nobody wants to go to. And then every Friday, the Glue Factory, I think that's Jeremy Pearson, has an actual paying gig as far as I think. Well, you got to buy tickets at the Terrace Beer Garden in Trinity Beer Garden in Providence.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm trying to see if I can get anything on Aquidneck Island, but
mostly open mics have come back. There's some the Comedy Connection is doing Friday and Saturday. That's mostly the pros. They're not doing, as far as I know, the showcase on Sunday, so that's not going on. It's mostly open mics. Let's get some scattered shows, but it's going to take a while to come back where we were. You know what I mean?
John, I want to interrupt for 1 second. This is breaking news. For the first time on a Comedy Factory Zoomalooza, we've had a Zamboni leave the gate and go out and make ice. That's pretty cool.
He's got a picture. This is the first time. Give it the play-by-play, Mike.
Did anybody see that? Nick opened up the garage door, drove it out, did the little turn, came by, and he waved to us.
Is this like a skating rink?
He's making ice. He's making ice.
He's making ice. He's making ice. He works at a rink. He works at a rink.
So ice skating?
He's coming up along the boards right now.
This might be the first time in Zoom history that a comic has opened up and gone out on a Zamboni to make ice. Is that what you call it? A Zamboni?
They call him a Zamboni. Look, he's gonna come around the garage door again. Let's see if he waves again. Look at him. I love it.
I have a quick question. I just want to know, Holly, when he proposes, will it be on that Zamboni?
I know, Bo, right?
Right, Holly?
The equivalent to the white stallion.
Holly, has he ever taken you for a ride on that?
The knight and his trusty horse.
Has
And
he
the
ever taken you?
The coolest thing
No,
about
no,
it was
I've
he didn't
watched it
even
from the
tell
window.
us. He just gets up and drives out.
Well, this is the Comedy Factory Comedy Chat. Anything goes. If you want to drive a Zamboni and go on a rink, go ahead. Just go
I
to your
guess
garage
so,
door.
John.
We
Oh,
do it
my
all here. We
goodness.
do it all. Anything goes.
I apologize for interrupting and stepping on people's sentences, but I'm sitting here watching him get up. The door goes up, and he drives off.
Oh, here he comes again.
And then it's just happening. And
Is he
everyone
coming
just-
again?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It's like
Yeah,
mouse
look
now.
at him.
Holly.
Look at him.
Oh, he waved.
He
He's a
waved
catch.
his son. He
Holly,
waved.
he's a catch. He's a
Oh,
keeper,
yeah.
Holly.
You can see the charm, John. You can see the
I can see it.
Now, Holly, what I want to know, and I think our viewers also would be interested to learn, can you two drive the Olympia Zamboni?
I can't try. I've never driven the Zamboni.
Well, you know what? Next time we have you on, we've got to get you with the laptop on the Zamboni and do a few laps. That will make for a great show.
Dutchess, what do you think of putting the shower head away and riding that Zamboni? Would that work too?
I'll be
If
on.
they had a little, of a dryer spin, type of motion, maybe.
I'll be on ice.
Doesn't
skating.
take
We could, we could see Dutchess riding around on the Zamboni going crazy.
I'll do an overnight for it.
This is out of control. It's out of control. What do you think, Mike? We gotta wrap this up or what?
Well, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm open for some other topics. Anybody else think got something they want to bring to the table? I'm always open. I'll talk to you forever.
You could talk for 3 days. We know
Dude,
that.
I call these people. I talk to Larisa, Janaya. They give me their phone numbers, but then they're like, if this guy, Grampy Mike, calls me, I got to block out like 3 hours, so I'm not going to answer the
It's
phone.
definitely
Wait,
an
let me hide
hour
this
call.
from,
You call me, it's an hour.
There you go.
One time we were doing a show
No,
years
no
ago, and Brian Vincent said, someone said, yeah, Mike's going to host, and Brian Vincent said, takes Mike 20 minutes just to say hi. I like to talk. I enjoy a good conversation.
Yes, you do. That's for sure.
And good food.
And good food. I ate at
That's even
Twins
better.
today. I had the chicken parm with the 2 meatballs, the 2 sweet Italian sausages, cooked well done, cheese all across the top, extra sauce.
Stop talking
So
about
good.
food, bro. I'm starting my diet around with my multi-water.
Are you really?
I'm gonna
Yesterday,
I'm getting 3 hot wieners after the Zoom.
yesterday,
My final thing.
Oh, I gotta
I-
jump in here.
Go ahead,
That is a
Bo.
goal.
You can't just call them hot dogs. I went down to some place over in Providence after
Do
the
a
speed mic,
wiener.
and
Did
they're
you go to
like,
Haven Brothers?
yeah, they're like, you gotta call it wieners, or they'll yell at you. And I was like, really? Yeah, I just can't call them hot. They weren't even good hot dogs, all right? It's just stuff you get it might be like the stuff you get at a school lunch, but yeah,
If
like
you go to Ponyville, New York system, they got hot wieners. Just go in there and
I
get
used
2
to
or
work
3.
there.
They're phenomenal.
Uh-oh.
You used to work there, Dutchess?
Yep, at the original one, the one in Smithfield. Smith Hill.
Wow, I know that one too.
Really?
Yeah, I've had wieners everywhere.
Yep, I got to meet some of the original people that owned it. They used to love me out there. That was where my
Wow.
first I was doing comedy at.
Did you make the hot wieners?
Yep, all on my arm.
You used to put them on the arm, but I don't
Yep.
do it so much anymore.
Yep.
They have to put plastic by, but they used to put them all on the arm.
Yep, I used
Well,
to do it.
Wow, that's wild, Dutchess.
they do what with the hot dogs?
First, your wiener.
They put them on the arm. The guy will line up like 10 hot dogs on his arm, slap the mustard on, slap the meat sauce on, the onions and the celery sauce. Yeah, when I was a kid, that's how they did it. I don't know if they do it like that
And
anymore.
then what was that kind of milk? Your coffee milk with it.
Coffee milk.
Yep.
When I
I
go to
used to work
Ponyville,
at
New York
Food Bank
system back in the day, I would I'd walk in and for slow, 5 guys working there, standing around. I get them all busy. I'd order 1 coffee milk, 2 hot wieners, a cheeseburger, French fries, BLT. I had 5 guys working for me. I had all plates in front of me. I was crazy, Bo. I was crazy.
That's a lot
Bo,
of wieners, John.
we're gonna wrap
That's
it
like
up. What are you gonna
Grindr
say to
level
wrap
wieners.
this up, Bo? What are you gonna say to wrap it up, Bo?
Well, John, you seem to like hot wieners very much. I think that's because all your time on Grindr.
Yeah, my old bit. Yeah, I know. I haven't done that in 6 months.
Johnny P, here's what you're going to get. Can you see that?
No.
That's the best hot dog known to the human race.
Oh, the
Nathan's-
Nathan, yeah.
They had
The
It's all
best.
about national, Hebrew national. Come on, kosher hot dogs.
Hebrew National are also good. However, I will take a Nathan's over it.
Nathan's is good. They're all good. We don't want to argue about hot dogs now.
Little bit of butter. The key is you've got to know how to expertly blacken the skin. When you can do that, wow. When you can master
Great.
that, call me
Zamboni's
up.
back.
I will come to your house. There he is. Yay! Pull back in. He's made
in.
it safely.
He's in.
Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go.
He's over there racking up the ice. What is he doing? Raking the ice?
Now he's taking. I think that's the excess water that he dropped, or
people on the
the snow.
What the heck is going on, Holly, with your boyfriend? We're in a Zoom-a-loser here.
good
Sit-down comedy show. And this guy's closing a garage door with a
Here comes
Zamboni.
the
Somebody's ice skating.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, they are. They are,
Are they
Larissa.
hiring?
They are.
Okay, good.
Amazing job.
This is crazy, Bo, right?
We
You
gotta
ever
get.
seen this?
I
Here he comes.
Here he comes. You got to get him back.
I'm from
John. You gotta
California.
get
We
him
didn't have
You're
back.
out of your
Zamboni.
mind, brother. Nick, you're crazy. We seen you on the ice riding by waving. You're crazy, brother.
Were you speeding on the Zamboni? It looked like it was going pretty fast.
Nick,
He
you're
does-
on mute.
You're on mute, Nick. You're on mute. What are you doing, Nick?
You wouldn't hear all the background noise.
What is that?
What am I
thing
doing?
go?
I just what?
How fast does that thing go?
It doesn't have a speedometer. I'll put it that way.
That's why you whipping it.
How many hours a week you work there, Nick?
Maybe 50.
60?
50.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez, you're the main man over there then, right?
I'm one of them, yeah. But the reason why is because I don't know if I mentioned it today. Some people know, but I have a hockey-themed comedy series called Goalie Smarts. And this job allows me to film for free and get paid while I'm writing scripts and editing and doing computer work. But the downside of that is when you're doing podcasts, sometimes you have to make ice and it looks really silly. But I'm glad you guys noticed my waves because if you didn't notice, I would have been disappointed. I did
They
that for
didn't
you.
notice, Nick. They didn't notice. I'm the only one that notices. I got to tell you, Nick, I said earlier that if I had to put someone through to the next round, it'd be Holly. I might change that now and put you through just for the Zamboni ride. That reminds me, that is very David Letterman. That's something that David Letterman would do. That
And we
was
had it tonight.
absolutely
Bo,
phenomenal.
we had it here. Larissa, right here tonight, Dutchess SS. We had Nick and Holly on the Zamboni. When you get married someday, I think you should ride the Zamboni on the ice right out of the place. Go on your honeymoon with the Zamboni.
Oh my God! Speaking of that, Holly.
Holly, it's right here. He's going to do it.
No. She made me a card for I think it was my birthday or Christmas.
What?
She made these
Oh, yeah. No, it's
really
Valentine's
nice
Day.
cards. They're very thoughtful. And it was a picture of a Zamboni, and it said, "You always know how to keep it smooth." And that was pretty good. I was a
I
happy
made him
guy.
a
that day.
Valentine's Day card, and it had a Zamboni on it that I drew, and it said, "Thanks for always keeping it smooth from your fine piece of ice." And
That's right, yeah. That was good. That was
I-
good.
I don't think we
loved
can
about
end it on anything better than that, Mike. We gotta.
I'm telling you, man, I apologize. I stepped in again. What I wanted to say, Nick, what I loved about it was you didn't tell us anything. You get up, I see the door go up. I'm like, wait a minute, this dude is going to drive the Zamboni out. And everyone else is just sitting here. I'm like, are you seeing this? And then you ride by and you wave. Loved it.
trying to
wanna
be
rude.
subtle,
You
like
gotta be thoughtful, you know? I gotta.
This
I
will
don't
go
want
down
anyone
in Zoom history.
It
Never
definitely
been done
will.
before.
It
Never been done
definitely
before.
will.
We gotta
It
wrap
definitely
this
will.
up. We gotta wrap it up. Dutchess SS, you got anything to say? Final word?
Nope. Hopefully I get to see everyone soon, face to face.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yes.
We love you, Dutchess. You're the
And
bomb.
Holly, it was so good seeing you yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't get to say bye.
No, it's okay. I got to see you too. It was good seeing you.
Yeah,
I had a long
we're in
drive to New Hampshire. I left kind of early.
we're in a whole different thing now with this pandemic, man. Everyone who sees each other on Zoom, maybe a show here or there. Larisa, what do you got to say to wrap it up?
Hey, thank you so much, everybody. Good seeing you. And John, next time I'm on the stage, I might ask for a chair.
All right. What are you in? You're not in a chair? Oh, when you go on stage, you mean? You're gonna sit down.
On stage for real, yeah. I'll be like,
Sit down comedy.
good news, the show can come to you.
And Bo's already wrapped it up. We'll give you one more word, Bo. What are you gonna say? Anything? Are you speechless? What are you gonna say?
No, I'll be on Hack Seat on Friday. And, check out Marvin Wells' Saturday shows. Those are really good.
Yeah, the LOL, really good. Yep. All right, Bo, you're the man. Bo's very enthusiastic about the business. I got to say, we've done a few comedy classes. You're probably one of the most enthusiastic putting stuff together, and you've done a really good job. You helped me out, and we appreciate you both. Really do.
Yeah,
Bo's a great guy. Holly, what are you going to say to wrap it up?
I created a new Twitter. It's at H Johnston Comedy, I think. I got 35 followers now. I'm following like 130 people. I am following 166 people, and I have 36 followers. So great. It's a great ratio there.
Yes, it is.
But H Johnston Comedy. Yep, just all my daily thoughts. Right
That's
there.
cool. That's cool.
I
I never did Twitter. I never did it. Bo, that's something you're gonna get me into next.
I
Twitter.
can get you into it.
Yeah, we gotta
Holly,
do
I
that.
would follow you, but
Me too,
Twitter
Ben. I need
locked me
that
out of
class.
my account.
We'll talk about that soon, Bo, because I don't know
I
nothing
need
about
a
Twitter.
class.
John's just trying to end the show, and we're just.
Nick, you got anything to say?
I'm glad you all got to see me in my natural habitat. I'm disappointed you didn't notice me on the Zamboni. Well, I'll have to watch it after. But I thought Mike said no one noticed.
I did.
Mike
Nick,
noticed.
I
Yeah.
noticed, Nick. Nothing gets
You
by
did it
Grampy
3
Mike.
times.
I'm a dad and I'm a grandfather. Nothing gets by Grampy Mike.
I
That's
respect
the
that.
last word. We got to wrap this up. We're at an hour. Everybody did a great. Give everybody a hand. You guys did a great job for our first sit-down comedy show. I want to thank everybody. Stay healthy, guys. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you soon. Great show. Great show, guys.
Thank you again, John. Thank you again, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Mike.
See you guys.
God bless you all.